Alright, y'all. This is gonna be our last match of Match the Gathering before top 8, which we might not make because I think this guy has a really good win record right now. Wait, he's fighting this guy in. No, okay, never mind. It's a different guy. Sorry, I'm fucking stupid. Let me go ahead and get my deck. So, okay. I think this isn't the password anymore. So I looked at his deck. It's another BUG matchup, and this guy he has three basics, so our Blood Moon is still good. It's still a good card, but it's not going to be just a game ender it was last game. And he's also running less counter magic, but he's running Thoughtseize. He has what's it called? That Cascade 3 mana artifact man, which is just actually really good. Any kind of like real card advantage against our deck is pretty strong because we really don't have many sources of card advantage except for like Goblin Welder, which is hard to get online, and he has Thoughtseize as well. Overall, I think his deck is better built than our last BUG matchup, but he has less counter magic to work around. So if I can win the die roll, which has never happened, I think I'll be in alright shape. Let's go ahead and start the game. Let's see what happens. I don't think the matchup is bad by any stretch of the imagination, but his deck is definitely better than the last BUG deck we
Your
faced.
game has started.
Please let me just win the roll. He won the toss. Look, I think there's a glitch in X Mage where if you don't make the game, you don't win the coin toss. Come on, man. I should have won the coin toss. Okay. See, the thing is, if he didn't have. No, we're not going to mulligan. This is a great hand. If he didn't have turn 1 Thoughtseize, this would be a great hand. But with Thoughtseize, it's just no good. Like, if we're going to get Thoughtseize turn 1, this is just. Okay, Deathrite Shaman. We're not in bad shape then, but I can't believe in the whole series I've never won the coin toss one time. That's really just unbelievable to me. So, oh, he played Underground Sea straight up. That's kind of crazy, actually. Alright. So he didn't use a fetch land, so he actually has a chance. Alright. Okay. This is definitely not a bad starting hand at all. What we'd like, well, shit, we wouldn't really like that much. I don't know. His deck is just much better, is the thing. Like, he can do. If he has a fetch land, he can do like a fucking, what's it called? A Shardless Agent. Yeah, see. And the Shardless Agent is just like so much card advantage. Like, don't even talk about if he hits fucking Ancestral, like, Vision or whatever off of it. That's just absurd. I really wish I could have fucking hit, like, well, it's not the worst, because, okay, if he fucking taps out for a turn 3 and it doesn't, like, do some shit, like hit me with a disruption spell for my welder, I actually have Infinite online if I get a tap out with it. But it looks like he's going for a 3 drop, which is bad. If it's Liliana, that sucks. Well, actually, yeah, it's Liliana. Hmm. He's gonna drop it to 2 for sure. If he plus ones it, that's a mistake. Yeah, he dropped it for 2. That was a definite. Let's select this guy. So our next turn we have some options. He's at 4 cards. We could go for Staff of Domination, which doesn't really do much. Let's see what our draw is. See, it's just one of those things where if I gotten to go first, the hand would have been so good. And since I didn't, like, I was really kind of, like, just on the back foot here. go for Metalworker. Like, if this resolves, that's great. Like, that would be fantastic. Okay, it resolved. If he doesn't have removal for it, that's great. This relies on him not having, like, literally, like, two of... So, he already didn't have Force of Will. This relies on him not having Abrupt Decay. I just don't know. I mean, if he doesn't have Abrupt Decay, it's an instant win, right? Like, we just play Staff of Domination and go ham. But, I don't know. Verdant. Liliana +1. What are we going to drop for the Liliana +1? I think we're going to drop Forge Master. Yeah, we're going to drop Forge Master because I just don't think it's that good in this matchup. Just card our Forge Master there. And then we're really just hoping he doesn't have removal for this Metalworker or a counterspell. That's it, like, literally. If he doesn't have removal for the Metalworker, he's looking for removal for the Metalworker right now. Please don't find any. So we can just win the game off of Staff of Domination. Also, next turn we'll have 8. So we can go Staff. If he doesn't have Staff, we'll just win. If he can't counter Staff, we'll just win. If he can, we'll play Batterskull, and we won't be in terrible shape. He's sacking. I just can't imagine this is particularly good. You know what I mean? I mean, it could be like a Tarmogoyf or something, but I just can't imagine, like, this is particularly good for us. I just feel like we're destined to lose this matchup since I lost the die roll. I can't believe I've never lost a die roll. It's just really unfair. Normally I don't say that's unfair about Magic, because that's... Oh, Baleful Strix? Okay, okay. You know what? I think we might just win the game. Let's give it a shot, because we're going to make at least 8 mana next turn. Let's see what we can do here. If we draw another artifact, then he's, like, especially fucked. He didn't do shit. Okay. Okay. Oh. Well, we drew the best artifact to draw here. We can play everything in our hand. Alright. Let's do this. Tap. Select artifacts. Alright, a free win would be great. Done. Alright, let's try and play Staff of Domination. And see if it resolves. Because that's a win if it resolves. We just... you can't beat that. Otherwise, we're going to go Voltaic Key. Oh, it resolved. Well, we're just going to untap that guy. Tap him. We have this on the stack. Okay. Now we're gonna untap target creature. And I think he's just gonna make us do this to waste time, which is a shenanigan. But that's fine too. Let's see if he's gonna do me like that. Ralph banned me just like a couple hours ago for posting something that wasn't even against the rules. I mean, it was sassy, but it wasn't against the rules. You know what I'm saying? And now this guy's trying to do me. Okay, good. He conceded. All right. Let's take a look at our deck. And what's not good here? I just don't think the Kuldathers are that good, and they've actually been underperforming in every game that we face so far. I don't think that has anything to do with how good they are. I think that's just a matter of the matchup. So, Cavern of Souls. This card I don't think is actually necessary. I'm going to eat a piece of my taquito here. Because he only has 3 counterspells, and he might board in a 4th, but like whatever. Let me check his deck real quick. I'm eating my taquito right now. Yeah. If I were him, I'd bring in the 1-for-1 removal. I think the Blood Moon is good, and the All Is Dust is good. I think the Force Masters are bad, because I think like the chance of having that much on the board is just kind of low here. How many Wastelands does he have? He's only running 2 Wastelands. So I think it's okay to side out the Darksteel Citadels for Cavern of Souls, but I also just don't really think it's necessary, and having the additional artifact is better for us. Empyreon is going to be good, but I just don't think that good. I think the Lodestones are fine, but bringing in additional isn't necessary. And then this portion of the deck I feel like is kind of essential, like this stuff here. The gambles can really just help you out a lot, so I'm just going to keep them in.
Your game has started.
Okay. This hand is not keepable. Like, we could draw a land, but we can't bank on that. This hand is already keepable, and we're gonna keep this for sure. It has turn 1 Metalworker. It's not a great turn 1 Metalworker, but if it's turn 1 Thoughtseize, that's not even that bad. Like, we'll end up with 4 mana on the next turn, and our draw can really help us out here. Like, let's say we have, is he a, oh, no play, huh? That could mean a Brainstorm. It could mean, in his deck, that basically means no turn 1, or it means a Nature's Claim. So, overcommitting here would be a mistake. What I think we should go ahead and, because yeah, we could definitely overcommit into a Nature's Claim here. So what I think we should do is go turn 1 Grim Monolith. Well, see, there's a lot of shit we could overcommit into. We have 2 monoliths, so we could go turn 1 monolith into turn 2 Wormcoil Engine pretty easy, without avoiding the Metalworker. Turn 1 Metalworker, I feel like runs right into Nature's Claim and like a lot of his removal, and we just want to kind of dodge that. So, I mean, this line is not optimal at all, but I mean, this is what we're going to go for. We're going to go for a turn 1 monolith into a turn 2 Wormcoil, I think. Yeah, we'll go for a turn 1 Monolith into a turn 2 Wormcoil. Because that's just like. That's pretty reliable, I think. If he, I mean, he's smart. I think he's a smart player because his deck is good. So him countering the Grim Monolith doesn't seem like a real opportunity. But let's see what his play is. Because he has to have some kind of disruption. Like, we're definitely. I'd love another threat next turn. That would be great. If he thought seized us for the worm coil and then just, like, left us with nothing, that would be really bad. But whatever. Okay. He took a basic. He's definitely being cautious, and I think he might expect a maybe that's why he didn't sack. He was expecting a blood moon because he just went for two basics. Yeah, he okay. You know what? That's actually fine. Abrupt decay on the monolith is completely fine. We can just accept that. That is not that bad. Okay, so our blood moon would be really bad right now. We really won't want to board one, like draw one, and we just like boarded it in. This is a thing where if we had oh, huh, see, this could kind of be the shit for us right here. Damn, he just destroyed our monolith. This could really be the jam for us. And I think this will exhaust his hand. If we go Lotus Petal, Metalworker. Lotus Petal, Grim Monolith, Metalworker, but it just doesn't really do what we want. So the Goblin Welder is a great draw. Like, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, we could do amazing stuff here. So let's play the Lotus Petal. Then we'll play the Goblin Welder, and after that, we'll try and play the if it's Liliana next, that's really bad, but he only has two in the deck. Like, if we get hit by that, that just seems kind of inopportune to me, you know. I think he must be thinking about fucking casting it. Yeah, he force it willed it. Okay. So next turn, if we draw a mana source, okay, he exiled the ancestral visions. So a lot of bad stuff could happen to us next turn. But if we draw a mana source, we have a pretty good shot at hitting a Goblin Welder. Not a Goblin Welder, a Wormcoil Engine. Well, actually, no, we don't. I'm lying. We don't have any shot of hitting a Wormcoil Engine. But he's low on cards. And he has to play some threats to win. That's really the thing. Shardless Agent is really the worst thing we could face down because it could lead to him doing some crazy shit, like really fucking us over. I'm not gonna lie and say that our hand wasn't like optimal, but yet again, we've never gotten to play first. Oh, Tarmogoyf. We don't give a shit about this card, actually. Like, Tarmogoyf to us really just represents a card that is one less card in his hand that disrupts us. He's playing a fair deck, so playing against him basically means that all his disruption is great, and all of his, like, threats are fucking trash. Hall of the Bandit Lord. That's kind of incredible. Let's think. I mean, we're definitely playing the Hall of the Bandit Lord. That's no question. But are we gonna go for the Metal Worker here? I mean, he only has two cards in hand. What could they possibly be? what could stop us. Next turn we can get a hasted metalworker for 4, but that doesn't really mean much. Whereas, well, uh, let's think about our chances of playing a Wormcoil Engine. If we drew, if we play a Wormcoil Engine now, if we play our Monolith now, next turn we'll have 3. Actually, well, let me think about our sequence here right now. We can either play a Monolith right now, or we can play a hasted Metalworker next turn. Or we can play a Metalworker now or a hasted Metalworker next turn. A hasted Metalworker would potentially create 4 mana, but it wouldn't really do anything. Whereas, I mean, it would play this. This would bring us up to 5 mana. We'd be counting on drawing a land. Whereas if we played it now, the Metalworker would create 2 mana. That'd be basically it. I'm gonna do it anyway, because I think this is right. I'm drunk, so I don't actually know the math on this. But I think this is the right thing to do. I think this can give us a I think this can potentially give us a hasted Wormcoil Engine. If I played this wrong, like, fucking let me know. But I've had a 6-pack before the end of the day, and this just seems like the correct sequence to me. Obviously, he can make us discard this shit, but I feel like if he had a Shardless Agent, he would play it and just get the Shardless Agent off. But I mean, what else could be in his deck that he hasn't played so far? Like, he could have a Strix and just not thought it was useful. A Jite would be bad. Him would be bad. Dig would be fine. Could just be more lands. I mean, let's see. I just feel like our position now is really bad. But I don't think we had a lot of options. Okay, there's a Delta. So that's not bad. He's attacking. I mean, we're definitely going to take the combat damage, there's no question. Maybe playing that Metalworker was risky, because, like, if we got a land, we could have gone with a Wormcoil Engine instead, and now we're banking on the, Hmm? Well... Is he gonna play something in his own end step? Like, I don't really understand why he wouldn't play a card there, unless he, like, messed up or something. He could have, like, 2 lands, that doesn't seem feasible. He's waiting so long, I feel like he must have messed up or something. Or just be lagging. Oh, his timer isn't moving at all. Oh, wait, shit, that was my fault. Jesus, that's just the interface. Okay, we got it. We got the shit. Let's see if it resolves. It resolved. I actually don't think his deck beats this, like, ever. So, yeah, his deck I don't think really beats Wormcoil Engine, so let's just attack for 6 and be done with it. Now we're ahead, motherfucker. Yeah. That's that shit I do like. Okay, we're up now, so that's great. And now any threat we draw is basically very plausible. Even Liliana doesn't really work here, and if it does, he can't attack. Actually, it doesn't work. He can make a sack. We'll sack the metal worker because he fucking cares. We'll sack the worm coil. Swing with our two worm coil tokens. He has to block one. The other one hits Liliana. Yeah, it's just no chance. That's right, Shaman, not doing shit here. I mean, it's another point of damage. For sure. For sure. I didn't play any theme songs. I'm sorry, I only played the Big O theme song one time, but I didn't actually get Big O out in any of these matches. Everyone always forfeited before I could. Interesting that he chose to attack. Does he have an out to the Wormcoil Engine? I mean, his deck just. It would have to be Nature's Claim, and Nature's Claim isn't even good against Wormcoil Engine at all. Trying to get a threat. Oh, wow. Okay, Goblin Welder is just insane here. It's like kind of not fair. Let's go into attack, into combat first. I mean, he can take our stuff out of the graveyard, definitely. But I just like having the Goblin Welder. It gives us so many options. Plus, an attacking Wormcoil Engine, we're just like dealing so much fucking damage. We're gaining so much life. It's just ridiculous. He didn't block it. He must have some out he has in mind to be doing that, but it's just a bad scene for him in my opinion. We could untap the monolith right now, but I think it's better just to play the Goblin Welder for sure. Yeah, he already put one welder in our yard. I wonder what he sideboarded against us. Like, I must assume he has Nature's Claim in there. Probably Disfigure, if you looked at our deck at all. Is my deck just really good? Am I just like a genius? I don't think so. He's brainstorming for help. Jesus. He has some fetches, so, you know. He can definitely, like, get 3 fresh cards. That's no question. Well, okay, he can get 1 fresh card. 2 fresh cards, actually. But it would take a lot right now to beat Wormcoil Engine. I don't think BUG beats. Someone was saying BUG doesn't beat this deck. And that might actually be true, because nothing they have really beats Wormcoil Engine ever. They'd have to be like way ahead to beat a resolved Wormcoil Engine. Like I was saying, when they resolve a Tarmogoyf, we're happy because that's just one less piece of disruption in their hand. Oh, whoops, I shouldn't be looking at my Skype. I forgot this will be in the record. Everyone's gonna see the folks in my Skype talking about their economics homework or whatever the hell it is that guy's talking about. He's shuffling away his cards because he doesn't want them. If he's in chump block mode, this is just really bad for him. Like, I kind of hope he has a play just so this game plays out, because it's been pretty fun. Then again, I don't want a second game, because I feel like I've been pretty lucky in my draws. I had to mulligan once, but I mulliganed into a sweet hand, so. He also drew way more lands than me. Like, this guy's drawn 5 lands total. I've only drawn 2, which is a blower. What the hell is he playing? He's sacrificing another land? Is it, maybe Dig Through Time. Or GT. But I don't think GT really works here that well. Shardless Agent would work, kind of. You could go Shardless Agent into. Maybe it's Jace. Oh, it's another Tarmogoyf. He's just playing more chump blockers. This just isn't looking good for him. He's gonna double block this turn, I think. Yeah, double block, keep the death right up, try and remove the is it Tropical Island tapped? If that in that case you can't even double block, which sucks. I think it's tapped. I can't really tell. Okay. Whatever. We got another metal worker, so that's good. We have enough to untap our monolith. We're gonna go straight into combat and attack and see what happens. I'm gonna ask him. Well, let's see what he. Okay. Yeah, if Tropical Island is tapped, that's a big deal to us. Because it means we can freely swing with Wormcoil Engine and then welder him back. Okay, he has two of them. Understood. So that means we have to leave Goblin Welder back. So that we can, if he tries to remove it in response, we can go ahead and get our Wormcoil Engine back. But that is fine. Also, he can't merc our artifacts, so we can get like worst case scenario, we'll get monoliths back and shit. Oh yeah, plus the thing has death touch, so double blocking it really isn't profitable. He's at 3. He's priced into blocking. Alright, he blocks with one Tarmogoyf. Two Tarmogoyfs. That's bad. 2, 4. Okay, we killed two Tarmogoyfs. I don't. I don't know. That just doesn't seem right to me. Cause, like, what did that achieve, really? But this is what I was saying. I don't think the BUG deck can fucking beat an active Worm Coil Engine. Usually I would say, like, it would take an insane series of draws, but I don't think there are draws that actually beat this right now. Because, look, he's at lethal. He needs a blocker to start with. Or an abrupt decay. A dig through time. Well, that'll help you. At the very least. A dig through time will assist you, but it's not going to be much. Uh, what? Whatever. Oh, he exiled all those. Okay. So now he has two new cards in his hand. We'll see what they are. These worm tokens are looking good right now. Look how excited the lifelink worm is. He's like stoked. The death touch worm is all business, but the lifelink worm is fucking excited. Oh, my bad. I didn't let him resolve it. The other fucked up thing is our next play is gonna have haste. If we get another play, like we could just get lands and mana sources. We have a lot of mana sources in this deck, to be honest. But if our next like guy was a Koldatha Forge Master, we would just destroy him. just go Forge Master into shit. I don't know, into Spine. That would do it. Yeah, Forge Master into Spine, hitting the Deathrite Shaman, Spine out to destroy the Spine for some shit. Just chill. Blow up all his permanents. I don't know what he's choosing right now because I don't really know what sequence of plays could leave him to still be alive. Alright, he took his 2 cards. I was concerned he was just going to forfeit. If it was like Nature's Claim, I guess he wouldn't be dead. That's another Deathrite Shaman. Alright, he got another Chump Blocker, so he's not necessarily dead. That's good. I kind of think this guy's just holding out. Okay, Mountain isn't doing shit for us. Let's start combat. Play instants and sorceries. He has to block both or destroy one with a Nature's Claim and block one. It's just not a great scene for him. Is there really like a bug in X-Mage where if you create the game, you get to go first? That would make sense to me because this thing is buggy as fuck. But, you know, because I feel like I've played like 4 or 5 matches and I never got to go first ever. It just doesn't seem feasible to me. What are the odds of that? Let's take a look. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, they're not infeasible. It's like 3%, you know. Oh, my bad. I was supposed to click a button. One blocker. 2 blockers. He's thinking about whether or not he can use his Deathrite Shaman, I think, to exile something. That's fun. One of them is unblocked. I mean, you must have removal. Unless that was a X-Mage shenanigan to try and use the bluff on me. Oh, he gained 2 life. Sure. Yeah, we'll just do that. You know, that seems good. Play our mountain. No, we're good. So there's really no way he can win now. Like, period. I can't think of like an insane combination of plays that would win the game. Yep, we win. Cool. My deck is great, I guess. Congratulations.